G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've had a terrific weekend. I certainly have because I have been messing around with my boy Punisher 2099. I have him as a rank 5 6-star currently. He's also Sig 200 and he is a menace in Battlegrounds. He is so good. I really didn't realize how strong he would be until I really started getting into him at rank 5. So I can't wait to show you that content. And so he is at Sig 200 currently. It doesn't need high sig. In fact, all of these fights that I'll show you today can be done just at a sig 1 really, because we really only want the starting ability here, which is basically extra 25% charge of your battery at the start of the fight, because the battery is Punisher 2099's major weapon. So basically what it does is it charges from 0 to 100, but it starts at 65 when he's awakened. Unawakened it starts at 40, and every 3.5 seconds it charges 9% unless the opponent has some buffs, in which case it will be a bit less. And so the biggest thing is when it gets to 100, he goes into full overdrive, and the overdrive is what makes him crazy. So the overdrive gets him basically, well, in fact, I've got suicides on currently. We're not doing these fights with suicides on, so I'm not sure. I think it's about 150% extra attack. But the main thing is the opponent gets 90% less power. Now, obviously, that's a bit inaccurate when we've got nodes like Prey on the Weak, and then also Mystic Dispersion and other stuff like that, as well as the extra combat power rate that 6-star gets. 6-stars get at higher ranks. But basically, he does reduce the power a lot, considerably. And you can even add that, make it even more with Collar Tech, but I'm not running Collar Tech. And then the other thing is we do have a 5, well, actually in this video we have a 4-star Green Goblin relic on him, which doesn't really do too much. I only have it for him to get a relic on, really, for extra openings, because there's really, I mean, obviously the tech relics, they're not great. They're not great. They're probably the worst relics going around, if I'm being honest. So you don't really need a relic on him to make him very good. I do have a 5-star green relic that I got today actually, that I have put on him now, and this can get him I think a bit more extra debuff duration on his armor breaks and stuff, but it's not really anything too noticeable. And I was just looking back at when I took him to rank 4. This was like 7 months ago. I made a video and I remember that, yeah, I didn't really take him into Battlegrounds that much. I just did a lot of Realm of Legends and story content, but he is so good for Battlegrounds. His battery and overdrive, it's almost perfectly tuned for the sort of Battlegrounds health pools that you see. And I'll show you that right now, guys. I can't wait to show you all these Battlegrounds fights. So let's get into it. Okay, we're starting off with a bang here, guys. We've got a rank 2 Killmonger. So Killmonger is obviously a very annoying defender with his reverb that he gets. And by the way, all these fights are on the current Season 12 Gladiator Circuit meta with Sugar Pill and Staggering Beauty, and also Prey on the Weak. So we want to start by, well, we activate reverb at the start by baiting his heavy attack. That means we don't take any reverb damage. And we bait a special 2, so in his next reverb triggers very low power. Activate a striker there just to get a bit of extra power towards that special 2. And our battery has drained down to 60 now, but we throw a special 2 here. I want to throw it late so we can really cycle these special 1s. And once he gets armor broken, that armor break, when you're in overdrive, lasts for 30 seconds. It lasts for so long, and it's a decent potency as well. And you'll see that we're hitting at like an absolute truck now. And the good thing about his special 2 that I really like is it has an extra 1500 crit rating, so even against champs like Killmonger with crit resistance, it can crit more often than not. And you'll see here he is 30% left. We've only got 6 on a battery left, but we're constantly spamming that special 1, triggering the overcharge that keeps it slightly recharging. And look at that, we just finished off a rank 2 Killmonger, and our battery didn't even run out. It was insane. Although our opponent did beat us, but we got a capsule loot for our efforts. Okay, so now we have one of Punisher 2099's signature matchups. We've got I think it was a rank 2 bishop, it might have been a rank 1. But the way the Punisher 2099 just cancels out Bishop's abilities is so good, and we don't have to worry about any special attacks at all in this fight. So I did a bit of a different strategy in this fight. I just waited out until we got our battery out, because I figured this fight would go quicker than a rank 2 Killmonger, and I was definitely right about that. So we're in overdrive now. We've got to a special 2, and we still have 70 charge on our battery left. Actually activating the armor break does consume 15, but it's well worth it because we're hitting for 16k mediums now. We chain into a striker there, so we can chain into another special 1, and that finishes him off. Alright, so this fight here isn't ideal for Punisher 2099, because it is a Nick Fury, and you do have 2 lives to worry about, so he really has like, you know, 1 and almost a half health pools. So it is very delicate the amount of damage you can do in overdrive, because once that overdrive runs out, your damage is gone. You really don't have much damage to play with once that overdrive runs out, so you've got to maximize it while you can. And again, having the opponent gain 90% less power allows you to do that, but you still got to maximize the amount of damage you can get. Yeah, but the reason that Punisher 2099 doesn't work too well for Nick is obviously Nick shrugs that armor break once he enters his second life, and that armor break is really where we get that nice extra damage coming from. Because we're not hitting these sort of numbers without the armor break. So he does throw a special 1 on not very annoyingly there, because we did eventually push him to a special 1. And we are still in overdrive here, but it is quickly running out, and we have also lost this armor break now. And unfortunately, with Punisher 2099's ST1 spammy nature, he is going to be getting a lot of Fury buff Nick Fury. You can see he's got 4 now, which is insane. If we get clipped, we are very royally screwed. So it does work, like it's safe-ish, but it's slow. It is pretty slow, so it's not an ideal matchup for Punisher 2099, but maybe, yeah, maybe an Ascended Punisher 2099 could do a bit better. Who knows? Alright guys, now we've got an Overseer. Now obviously Overseer can be a very annoying defender, because once he throws those specials, he gets the auto block charge up. Unless you have a very strong auto block counter, you got to wait that out. And that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to bait out a special 1, let that auto block charge fully run out, and while we're doing that, we're charging our battery. So we go into overdrive here, and his stun immunity goes away, and he's just not gaining power. Well, he's gaining power very slightly, but not very much that we need to worry about. And what you can do with Punisher 2099 is you can just block bait heavies and parries and stuns, and you don't have to worry about them getting anywhere near a special 3. So there's no danger in just freely hitting them otherwise, because there's no, you don't have to bait special 2 like he has here. He's got a special 2, but we don't have to worry about baiting it out, because there's no danger we can go into special 3. So we can just constantly spend that special 1. We've got no specials to worry about. We can just bait out a dash here, parry him, and that's lights out for an Overseer. Down in a minute. Okay, so now guys, we've got one of the newest champions in the game. We've got a Photon, might just have been a rank 4, but I'm terrible at fighting Photon. She's that new in the game that I haven't really learnt to deal with her too well. Of course, she has those undexable specials when she's in a pure light form, and if you parry her, she goes untouchable, all sorts of nonsense. And we do accidentally parry her here, I didn't mean to. But we're in overdrive now. We did hit her a bit to gain a little bit of power when we didn't get into overdrive, so we could get to that special 2 as quickly as possible. And in fact, we missed this special 1 dex, but obviously she's not in pure light form, so it didn't do that much damage. But we get up to a special 2 now. Get a few not light intercepts, but intercepts in there. Massive special 2 there. The special 2 does activate a pure light form, but we get a really nice intercept there. And yeah, we don't have to worry about her throwing any specials if we're not giving her any power. So that's that. Alright, so this one was a very close to disaster fight, but we've got this. I think this is the only sugar pill champion we're fighting today, but it is an America Chavez and a rank 2 as well, and she also is throwing heavies randomly when I'm not even touching her. So she did not make this easy for us, as she has, she has extra power at the moment with her dimension up. But Punisher 2099 doesn't care, because we're in overdrive now. We can, well, we probably shouldn't have tried to dex that, but we had it staggered, luckily. But even with a node like Prey on the Weak giving the defenders extra power, and also nodes like Sugar Pill making it very hard to do these fights when we can't dex. Well, we probably could have dexed that special 1 because we had 4 staggers up. Yeah, this is not an ideal matchup for Punisher 2099, but because he has so much control in the amount of power the opponents are getting, he just nukes. Not as quick as some other champions maybe, but his versatility is very, very underrated. You know, we've seen so many different champions in this video that he's been taken down with ease. And our specialist one there got her right down to 1%, but we got a nice parry in there that finished her off. So yeah, like I was saying, he just covers so much ground. We've seen, you know, Killmonger, Bishop, he can do Overseer, Photon, America Chavez. There's such a wide range of champions that he can deal with. That he's such a, it makes it really good for BGs because he can cover all of that ground. So if you get screwed by a draft and you don't know exactly which champion you're going to use for a particular defender, a lot of the time, not always, there's some champions that he's not too good for, but a lot of the time he can cover for you in a clutch situation. Now here we've got a rank 1 Shuri. He's not the best for Shuri because I played this in a way where she's not going to be activating her untouchable at all. I'm just constantly intercepting her and then spamming out special 1. I got clipped by that special 1 unfortunately, so I did lose a bit of health. But he still does get some okay damage in with that armor break. It's not as high as you've seen in previous fights because she does have 20 of those armor up passives, and in fact our overdrive did run out here, but she's only at 15% health now, so a little bit more damage will finish her off. But unfortunately she does have a full power combat power right now, so she does get pushed to a special 2. But I think we did get an intercept in here potentially, or just get it clicked against the wall. Throw another special 2. This one doesn't last as long because we're not in overdrive, only 15 seconds. But it's still decent enough. So he's not the best for Shuri, but he can work if you need him. So shout out to my buddy Tech75 and also Loss from Discord who were able to friendly me in a couple of matches so I could get some Punisher's 2099 gameplay because we're up against Emma Frost here. You don't really see Emma Frost on defense too much, but she can be a bit of a tank sometimes with her diamond form. A lot of champions don't have a great way of dealing with it, but Punisher 2099 with his armor break sure does. So we get to a special 2 pretty quickly because we were hitting her the whole time. So we've still got tons of battery left, pretty much half our battery left after that special 2 finished, so we can get some nice, very nice backdrafts in there. And she's going down very, very quickly, and we have no power to worry about. And then another troublesome defender is of course Domino. So being a tech champion, he's great in general, or good in general for Domino because he doesn't go unlucky, but obviously she can still go unlucky. She still can go lucky sometimes when she feels a bar of power. But if you're using a Punisher 2099, she ain't going to be feeling too many bars of power. So we did wait out the first 20 seconds or so we could overcharge our battery. I'm not sure why we're taking crit fail damage. I think it might be because each hit there's potentially a chance that the reduced power doesn't happen. So I think that maybe is why she's getting a little bit more power than normal. Is because she's preventing that chance to reduce the hit from the power from a hit by 90%. I'm not saying a lot of words there. I hope that makes sense. But he still nukes Domino very well. Alright guys, now for the highlight of the video. This is the one I'm most looking forward to showing you guys because this is a rank 5 infamous Iron Man, or Doom as he's better well known. Can be a massive tank for a lot of champions because of that aura of iron and the armor up buff he gets, and also the regen burst that he gets at the end. I didn't even talk about this in this video, but Punisher 2099 has a very nice heal block. It's not great for champions that are really constantly heal blocking because then it automatically applies itself, but for champions like Iron Man and Doom that get a short burst of regen, he's great for. So we've got the special 2 armor break on, he's getting no power, we're in overdrive, we've got 40 to charge on our battery left, we're pushing him down 15%, and you'll see our battery does go down a little bit by 15, but we've got a full heal block on him, and he ain't healing, he's dead in 45 seconds, 48 seconds, and yeah, he cleans up Doom. So yeah, that's just a little showcase of what Punisher 2099 can do in Battlegrounds. I was really, I wanted to do it in this sort of season because there weren't really many nodes he had to worry about. But there are some nodes that he does benefit from, and there's sometimes he doesn't. So it does depend on, obviously, on the season, how effective he can be. But Yeah, and if you've made it to this far in the video, I will tell you guys now that I am planning on ascending this champion this coming week, once the week 5 of the side quest comes out, because he is that fun to use, and I feel like if it just gets that tiny little push to his attack, it could maybe make him even stronger. So can't wait to ascend him this week. And you know, the added benefit is he can be an okay dual threat, because his defense is obviously his special attacks. They're pretty much, well, they are impossible to evade unless you're someone like Silk or someone with a full miss. Um, it is guaranteed chip damage. He's not the quickest. He's not the best defender outside of that, but he can, you know, at least chip away at some attacker's health. So yeah, he's going to be my next ascension. I can't wait to do that for you guys, and show some gameplay. But if there are any other fights in Battlegrounds you guys wanted to see, let me know in the comments section below. I'm all ears. I can't wait to ascend him, like I said, and get some more gameplay. And yeah, he's going to cook even more in Battlegrounds, hopefully. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There were so many awesome fights that I was really excited to show you guys. So I hope you enjoyed them. If you've been convinced to rank up Photon to 2099, please do, because he's such a fun champion, you won't regret it. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.